Hello and welcome to our channel. My name is Laura. So today I'm going to bring you a pick a card reading for the month of April. So looking at the energies, what we might likely expect for that month. So as I will put an image of your three options on the screen for you in a moment, I ask that you take a deep breath and just try and center yourself and choose with your intuition. So I look forward to seeing you on the other side. Welcome back. So for those of you who chose either the Clear Quartz Angel or the Shadowscapes Tarot, so this will be your reading for April. So it's funny, the two cards that just popped out, number one being the Star card, which is a major arcana, and another major arcana being the Moon card. That's interesting. So that's the overarching energy for you. And it's kind of like a progression. The Star is 17 and then the Moon is 18. So it's interesting, getting this sense of you have been through quite a bit of healing, maybe a bit of a journey, and now you're looking to the next stages or next phase of your life, and you have sort of put out some intentions or wishes, or are trying to manifest something specific. And if you're not getting specific with it, I encourage you to do so. But then the Moon comes in. Now this card is generally one about the subconscious and the intuition. And the message that I'm actually getting from this card is that you are needing to trust in the process, trust in the divine, trust that that which you have put out there is being worked on for your highest good. The only thing is that I will say is that that doubt or that fear or feeling of unworthiness, fears, doubts, disbelief, that is not helping the situation. If you can just focus on the positive and sort of clear out that clutter, you will be able to see any steps you need to take forward. They're essentially both nighttime cards, but as you can see, the Star is very much more a purpley colour, and then the Moon in this deck is, there's more darkness, as in the greys and the blacks. And that's not necessarily a negative, but there is likely some additional healing attached to this wish, in the sense of letting go of any outdated beliefs in regards to your worthiness. And if this is asking for a relationship, or essentially something that is going to bring you emotional, it's in the realm of the emotion, and it's going to make you feel emotionally fulfilled, remembering that we are in charge of our own emotional well-being. No one else can bring us happiness. We have to find that for ourselves, because it's not a long-term thing if we're seeking for validation from someone else. So then the Knight of Cups comes in. So this is your confirmation that what you're seeking is manifesting and coming towards you, but likely it is a little slower than you would like. then the King of Pentacles. So I do feel that we are talking in the realm of relationships, whether it be friendships or even to do with co-workers and or getting on the same page with co-workers or finding someone to collaborate with. So see how that fits for you, because likely those of you who have picked this reading, it might manifest in different ways in your life, or it might resonate differently for each of you. With new relationships, if this is one that has already begun and it's just about wanting to see it progress, or you're wanting it to progress quicker than it is progressing in the external, I'm not talking about what's going on internally, because the feelings are likely there. This is about also learning more about yourself, because there is some healing occurring in the sense of fears again, outdated beliefs, triggers, past energy from past relationships. That's all sort of coming up, ready to be let go, released. And your advice is to be in the present moment. You do deserve happiness now. So if you're questioning if this is too good to be true, or if when it comes you question if it's too good to be true, again, be in the moment. Don't focus too far ahead or in the past. Take each thing as it comes and for what it is, not worrying where worry is not necessary. I mean, worry in itself is more harmful than it doesn't really serve a great purpose, except it shows us that perhaps there is something to address, and that's not always that there's something going on, but there's feelings within that are needing to be addressed too. So sometimes our intuition, being that it's connected, if you get a lot through feeling and sense in those senses, then sometimes there can be confusion, because if you're quite an emotional person or sensitive to emotion or energies, your emotion can interfere with the process and can muddle things for you. Nine of Cups though. So you are coming towards the end of this difficulty. If you're experiencing difficulty or uncertainty, you're coming towards the end of that. And the Nine of Cups really talks about you having come to a sense of achievement of your own. You've overcome a lot, and this is in the realm of emotion and feeling and associating with others. And so just acknowledge that for a moment. But this is likely a process over the month of April. So understand that some of this might not have played out yet, but this is what you'll be experiencing and observing. But what's really nice is that you have now, I want to say that you did get the King of Pentacles before, which told me that you were wanting this to be more stable and long-term. And you've got the Empress card here. So this is the energy that you will be sitting in or be embodying over the month of April, or towards the end of that month. This is where you're reaching self-acceptance, getting back into the flow, recognizing that you can meet your own needs, and then not being so reliant on someone else for validation, because that is creating a dynamic that you don't want. Well, that's not that helpful. You have a decision, but the Chariot tells you to choose which path, considering your needs. This is the sense, because you're feeling stuck at this time. Things are going to move forward, but it's up to you. You need to go within and see, okay, what is the truth here? And does this resonate for me? And do I want to move forward, or do I want to go on a tangent? The Empress card says that you're choosing your needs, but that's not to say that you are leaving anything behind, so to speak. You are in control here. You are definitely in control. And a lot of these cards are telling you to go within. This is the Seven of Wands. Yes. I feel like the confusion that you have is going to be short-lived over this coming month of April. Because this card, again, telling you to go within. And you see how these two animals are sort of at loggerheads, kind of, you know, angry with each other. But I'm getting this sense of this being a duality, or you're two minds, like you're in two minds, or that you're at war with yourself. And that's because you've likely put part of you on the back burner. You haven't fully been 100% yourself, as in some things you have put aside for the moment. But the next phase of this asks you to own who you are and not put any of that on the back burner anymore. Just momentary pause for letting that sink in. Because Ten of Cups, I feel like everything is working out as it should be. Ten of Cups is like the pinnacle. This is all to do with relationships and emotions. And so this relationship, or this cycle, is entering into a new phase, a new level. But you are asked to not rush things, because there are things that are unexpected that have been occurring, and there's been things that have been needing to be dealt with, so that the energy can be right when things start to move forward. The Chariot. You want to be in an empowered space. The Empress. You want to be looking after your own needs. You want to feel happy and healthy, and you want to be really looking after yourself, because things then in the future, likely after the end of the month or around that time, are going to start to progress even quicker than they have been, or they're going to start to roller coaster quicker, not in a negative sense, but just go faster. So you're really needing to have everything aligned. And this is talking about your inner world as well as your external and your physical, even from the point of view of clearing out house, all that kind of thing. Okay, so then if we grab, so I've got the Peace Oracle now, and I'm just going to just pull one or two Oracle cards just to finish off. And the clear quartz, really, that you picked it can suggest a need to get clarity. Yes, see, there's a new beginning coming. And it's funny because now I look at this card and they're not love hearts, but when I first looked at this card, I thought I saw all love hearts. So that tells me that this is definitely in the realm of connections and new beginnings. So either new connections or them moving into a new level, a blossoming process. And it's bringing quite a positive energy, so a lot of potential here, a lot of fulfillment, and it seems to be a significant thing because you've got tapestry, and this talks about the weaving of your journey, the tapestry of your life. But what I'm getting a sense of here, of a greater sense of connectedness. And when I mentioned before about embracing all of who you are and bringing all of that to the table now, not just in increments, but fully owning who you are, whether you feel like you like that or not, that part of you, owning who you are and being real, like not holding anything back, that is essential, because that will bring a deeper sense of connection in itself. I feel it will deepen bonds. And plus, if this is more to do with a development or opportunity for you, then the story of you, who you are, how you got to where you are, all the steps, all the U-turns, all the ups, all the downs, all the difficult moments, all the positive moments, the celebrations, all of that has significance. Your story, it's a piece of art. And in some way that is likely going to be shared with others. If it's not to do with relationships, then it might be to do with your work. And I feel like I'm going to leave it there. Oh, one more card. Choice. You are at the precipice of a choice, and likely have been procrastinating on that. But if you're worried or wondering if the energy you have put into a situation is worth your time or is worth it any longer, I feel like there's still much left there, that much more to tap into, but it's your choice. So you don't have to. It's not that it's meant to be or not meant to be. This is your choice. You have free will. You have to consider what your needs are and what you are willing to put into it at this time. And so then the message there that it is up to you, essentially. And that's why you're getting told to go within. What resonates with you, follow that. And then the path will become clear. And trust in that inner knowing. I keep pulling cards, but trust. Trust in that inner knowing. Trust that you will make the right decision for you, as long as you take your time, you go within, you consider your options, and you follow your intuition. Follow your heart. There's a lot of green. Follow your heart. And so that is the message I will leave you with. Follow your heart. Wishing you all the best for the month of April, and I look forward to seeing you again, hopefully, on this channel. Okay, so welcome back to those who picked the Amethyst Angel, or Chevron Amethyst Angel, or the Rider-Waite Tarot. So this will be your outlook and advice messages for the month of April. So as I just take a moment to shuffle. The King of Wands. So the King of Wands certainly is representing an empowered energy. Okay, so the message here, so the next card that came out was the Eight of Swords. So this is all about being stuck, but because of thought processes. So holding yourself back. You're not actually stuck, but you believe yourself to be stuck. And this can be like analysis paralysis, so to speak. procrastinating because wanting to be sure that it's the right move, even though in a sense you already know it's the right move, but you're too concerned with making a mistake. Thought forms, belief systems holding you back. This is past energy though. The message is that you are stepping into the energy of the King of Wands. And it's interesting because the King of Wands is sort of looking towards the Eight of Swords. And so you have reached a point where you are able to take action, but you are looking back. You're taking a moment to look back and see where you have come from, where you have come from. There is an opportunity that is about to present itself to you. And I feel like this is coming into April, around the first week of April. Hopefully that's how it pans out for you. And it will be it'll be in a different area of your life, depending on how these messages resonate. The King of Wands is asking you to recognize that you have the power now to move forward. You have actually done the work you needed to do. You have all that you need. The King of Wands is a man, so to speak, but this is your energy, and in the sense of this is the energy you are exuding and taking on at this time, is one of empowerment, able to take action at any moment, being able to oversee, being able to delegate. It's very much like almost like an entrepreneur energy as well. It can be. And so as you move into April, there's just a holding period or waiting period, because you have moved out of the Eight of Swords, of that holding yourself back out of fear, but there's just a bit of a lull before you can actually now take the steps forward, because it's like you felt ready, but then things haven't aligned. But it is coming. You just can't see that it's coming. You are just asked to focus on what you can do right in this moment. And the Eight of Pentacles talks about putting all your experience, all your knowledge and understanding into practice. It does say that there is still work to do. There's still work to do in order to manifest this opportunity. It is waiting for you, so do not worry about that. But there is work for you to do. But in the not too distant future, you are going to receive some insight, some communication, some maybe perhaps a message, and this is going to spark something new for you. The Judgment card is a renewal of energy. So whether it's been something that you feel like it's run its course and it's not going to it's not going anywhere, there's new energy coming into it. It's just been a lull period. Yes, because things have been a bit lax, and even financially, you have felt a little bit out in the cold. You have felt like things have been a bit chaotic, like you can't get ahead. You felt like almost like shut out of a situation, or haven't been able to get into the flow of abundance. But likely things haven't moved forward because you have been sort of stuck in that mindset as well, which is hard not to be if money is literally not flowing. But you're asked to get clear about where you see yourself in the future. The Six of Pentacles is kind of like an energy of are you going to stay in this beggar mentality? It sounds a bit harsh, but of feeling like it's always in lack, it's always so difficult, or are you going to see yourself that you have plenty. And it's also telling you to be discerning with where you put your finance. Be discerning with who you share it with, because you are very giving and very generous. But you're needing to also look after your needs. You are needing to think about your own stability. Things are coming back into a sense of balance and harmony and flow. And I say that because you've got the Two of Cups. So there is positive energy coming back into this situation. But you have been the forerunner for this, or at the forefront of this. You have done the work. This is you, the Empress. And it's funny because the last deck also got the Empress, and which is does resonate with the energy of Taurus, in that sense of Lady Venus, Taurus being ruled by Venus at the later end of the month. And so you have actually been more focusing on your needs, and looking after taking care of your garden. This is likely to do with a passion project you have, or something that you're passionate about, your business, your work. And so you have been the one to make this change in energy. But also too, this Empress card is telling you that you are coming back into that sense of flow. Being able to reap the fruits of your labors. This period has taught you something though. This period of stagnancy, there is a need to just consider what that is. But you are, I feel like there is a bit of a war going on within you as well, in the sense of there's many demands on your energy and time. And so there is a need to reassess your priorities. And because you're likely a caregiver to people, or a person who really needs you. And so your energy is split and spent as well, but split. And so you need to consider what is in the best interests right now, the Sun card. That might resonate for you in itself. But this is very positive card, like positive energy coming in. So whatever you choose, whatever decision you make moving forward, or decisions you make moving forward, you're going to be happy with the results, and you're going to be happy with the decision you made. Sometimes when you make decisions, it's kind of like you feel like you're losing something. And just to focus on one thing, but you can't juggle forever. The Two of Pentacles sort of popped into my brain then. So, and just because you are needing to take, if you're feeling like you're needing to take a break, just because you need to do that does not mean it's a forever thing. You're just needing to sort of reassess, fill up your cup. And also you're needing to remember what has most meaning to you at the moment. Because you've done a lot in your time. But what can you not compromise on? What things can you not compromise on? That's the question. That's the question. And that is actually probably has quite an easy answer for you. But it will take a bit of time for you to make a decision. All right, so I'm going to pull some oracle cards. There is a sense of, in some regard, needing to step out of your own way. Because I feel like you already know what actions you need to take now. So this decision might be just about what next action you're going to take. Because you have been in a lull period. And you sort of already know what that is, but you're holding off. And that is understandable. It feels like it's an emotional thing, which, you know. All right. Fertility. So the fertility card, it doesn't necessarily mean having babies. It's about reaching a fertile time in your life. So that which you put energy into, make sure it means something to you. Make sure it's what you want. Make sure it is important, because it is a fertile time. So that which you put energy into is going to grow. The time seems to be now. Get prepared over the month of April. But because your energy is pulled here, there, and everywhere, you're not able to maximize on this potential. Not maximize on it anyway. Not to say that you're not taking steps forward, or you're not reaping anything from what you're sowing, but you're not able to maximize the potential. So simplify, clearing out clutter in every sense. Really paring it back to basics almost. The essence of the purpose, or of your purpose, or why you were going down this road. Because that which you put energy into now will be has long-term ramifications. You got the eternal life card. And there is a sense of you perhaps putting a lot of stress on that which you need to achieve in your life. But just remember, you are living a physical life. And so that comes with it unexpected things, ups and downs and turns. And so all you can really do is consider what's right in the moment for you, or for those you care about, or for your project, and know that this lifetime isn't the end. So it's not like it's like you're setting something up for the future, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to see the end result. And that's like with family. If you have children, the same thing. You're setting things up for their future, yet you're not going to see the end result. It's not all in your hands, right? It's not all in your hands. It's a continual evolution. So hopefully that message lands with you. One more. This is lovely. So you got Divine Companion. And you actually did also get, which I mentioned before, or showed you before, the Two of Cups. So you do have someone in your life that likely a soulmate, and whichever way that resonates for you, doesn't have to be a romantic soulmate, but you have a partner that supports you. You have someone that supports you. I get this sense of needing a bit more support, or needing to ask for support, because you can't continue to do everything by yourself. But there is support available to you. It's just that you're used to doing things for yourself as well, and you do a lot. But it's time for some change. And of course that could relate to you know, that you've got a very soulmate romantic connection in your life or coming, and that's why you're needing to clear out the clutter. But I do get like an undercurrent or undertone of work or entrepreneurship, your business, etc., or your passion project, and something that really resonates with you that has so much meaning. But in a sense, with your vision, you might have put it into a box, and so it hasn't actually been able to blossom in its natural progression because you have a very clear vision, but it's almost rigid in a sense because things are changing, times are changing, so there's needing to be changes. And perhaps you have acknowledged that, but it is also hard because you are very attached to this idea of how it's meant to be, and perhaps how it's meant to be has slightly changed and evolved because it's not all in your hands. Okay, I'm going to leave that with you. Wishing you all the best for the month of April, and I look forward or hope to see you again soon. Thank you. Welcome back to those who picked the Green Aventurine Angel or the Chakra Wisdom Tarot. Okay, so this is the energy and what you might expect over the month of April, and any advice that comes through, messages. Okay. So we have the Wheel of Fortune. So this card talks about endings, making way for new beginnings, but this is quite a significant ending / new beginning. Big deal. Major Arcana. It's a Major Arcana card, which generally talks about big things in your life. And then 10 of Wands. And the Wands is about who you are as a person, what makes you tick, your personality, your belief system, your spirituality, your creativity. And so that you got a 10, which also talks about endings and new beginnings. It feels like this is very much connected. This new beginning comes with a decision. And this seems to be the theme of April, decision making on a grand scale. You're asked to go within though when you make this decision, because you see how she's blindfolded. It's kind of like intellectual decision making is not going to work in this situation. You're needing to go within. Likely you have two options, and your logical mind might not be able to make sense of them. This largely is to do with your stability, perhaps finances as well. You're needing to add structure. So this is where the decision comes in, as in what do you feel is right for you now? And there is another message with the 10 of Wands, because you have amounted quite a lot of success in some certain field or aspect of your life. A leader, so to speak. The sunflowers just bring that sense of very much the solar plexus, but empowered energy, and I just get that sense. But now requires some changes. And again, this comes back to your stability. So not only is this talking about financial stability, but this is talking about what resonates with you now, and also how you're feeling, because there's a sense of a lot of chaos or confusion, chaotic energy, because you're not feeling that stability right now. But you are moving into that sense of stability. But there is a sense of choices needing to be made. And also a sense of changes, many changes on a large level. And you have the Three of Cups. So this tells me that it's not necessarily going to be difficult changes. It's just that any discomfort that you're feeling right now is because you know and you feel deep within you that there needs to be changes. But once you make those changes, you're actually going to feel relief. This is like Three of Cups, which talks about needing to put energy in to create your own happiness. Well, this is what I'm getting a sense of this card right now, and the energy of the Three. Cups usually being about the realm of emotion as well. And you got the Star card. So it's kind of like you sort of know. Now on this sense, I'm feeling a few people that you know are in your court, a few people that you know that you can trust, that you can call upon, and a few people that are on your level, soulful connections. And this is not talking about romance here. I'm not saying that you don't have a romantic connection that's soulful, but this is alluding to friendships, co-workers or collaborators, and now a new phase, and I was also hearing new wave of energies coming in. And so you need to get clear about where you're going and who's coming with you. Because the Star card suggests not only just making a wish, but it feels like there's a whole lot of, there's like illumination. A beautiful illumination and magic occurring, energy that is just potent for this change you're going to make. Bear with me. Yes. And so the Nine of Coins talks about preparing yourself for this new phase, and the coins can be money, finances, physical issues, or mundane matters and work. But and it's interesting that she's looking in the mirror, but with this card it's kind of like, what energy are you taking with you? Because it seems there was a bit of confusion. There's too much input encroaching on your space, and so now you've got to consider what is going with you. Prepare, pack what you're taking, leave the rest behind. Basically, that's what I'm getting. Yes, and that requires a decision, because if you look in this card, another mirror, she's looking out at this ship, and I get this sense of, the opportunity, the ship is coming in, this future energy. It's just like you're about to step through this gateway, but you can only take certain things with you, and you need to make sure that that which you're taking with you is meant to go with you where you're going. Okay, I'm back. So then you get the Four of Swords. So in order to see where this is going, or know what you are meant to take with you, or get clarity about, because this will resonate differently for everyone, but in order to really grasp this and to see, you know, what you need to take with you, there needs to be a bit of a stepping back, having some rest, perhaps meditating and getting clear so that you can plan. Fours also talk about structure, so hence the planning. Maybe you need to write lists, you know, and filter out the junk, so to speak. And because then you'll be able to get back into the flow. The Six of Coins is very much like, in this card, it's interesting because it looks like all the cups, coins, people are all wanting all her coins, right? It's like there's hands out everywhere for her energy, almost, or her finances, or whatever it is. And it's like, hang on a second. Nope. I don't feel like you're bringing anything to the table. We're going to just have to ease up there. You know, it's kind of like, what is actually just draining energy from the situation and what is mutually beneficial. That's what you're needing to consider. And the Six of Coins is like that purpley color, which talks about, you know, the third eye, clear seeing, or the crown, understanding, knowing, getting clear. And only you can answer that for yourself, and that's by going within. And also feeling what resonates with you and who resonates with you. Yes, that's a question for you. But on the other side of this, you have the Ten of Cups, which is ultimate happiness and fulfillment, a very positive energy. And it's interesting because she has butterflies up the top here and up on her crown, and it's drawing me in, illuminating the crown chakra. So it's kind of like, you know what's ahead in a sense, or you know how things are meant to move forward, and you already know what you need to let go, or what's not going to be moving forward. And you're going to be happier when you come to a greater sense of acceptance, and you can also feel empowered when you make those changes as well. Okay, but it's all your choice and it's up to you. And choice seems to be the word of April so far, as I've been doing these pick a card readings. So we're going to need to pay attention to that, I think. Choice. Okay. And some oracle cards. Okay, this one. Listen. And this is telling me, or telling you, listen to your intuition. You've seen the signs. You've been receiving the messages for some time in whatever capacity that is for you. You have that understanding, and it's kind of like you've got that information, but you're waiting for a physical, like, manifestation of it to justify the fact that you want to make these changes, even though deep within you, in your bones almost, that you know that you need to make those changes. It's kind of like you're waiting until something happens to go, yeah, well, see, now I can make that change, because then, you know, but because then there's evidence of the reason I need to. But the thing is, that's not going to happen, because you are being asked to make the choice, and they're waiting for you, or spirit, divine, universe is waiting for you to make the choice. They're telling you, but the way that things are being paused and the way things are not flowing for you, that is your evidence. It's just that you're wanting a certain evidence to justify it to other people. But you might not get that. When you make those changes and make those decisions, everything is going to be much more cohesive, and there's going to be a sense of everything tying together. It's going to be like, it's just going to feel much more streamlined. And I get this because you get unity, and I just want to draw your attention to the fact the energy of 3 seems to be in your reading quite significantly. The 3 of Cups, which also I talked about being other connections on a soul level. And then you have in this unity card, you have 3 faces, 3 spheres, 3 aspects. This is a manifesting time for you, but you do need to make sure that all the energy involved is positive and aligned. Tapestry, because you don't want holes, or you don't want energy that is not serving to be part of your tapestry, particularly moving forward. It's kind of like, you don't want the ocean part of the image to be maybe you do, but a bright yellow. Yellow in water is generally not a good thing anyway. That was a joke, by the way. But what I mean is you want it to be, and you want it to be like the same type of fabric or the same type of thread, right? You don't have multiple different threads. Usually in a tapestry, it's one type of thread, I assume, making it cohesive. This is what I'm getting to, cohesive, aligned, all on the same level, higher vibration, so to speak. So your advice is to keep at it, be firm, and always loving but firm in your stance. Don't take 2 steps forward and then renege a little bit. I'm not saying be rigid, but I'm saying that you already know the steps you need to take forward. So keep working at it, because it's all moving. It will all move forward in the positive as long as you listen, you take on board, and you implement. Especially when you know deep within you what you're doing is right. Yeah. It's very important. Okay, so I am going to leave that with you today. Wishing you all the best for the month of April, and I look forward to seeing you again here soon. Thank you.